Welcome to the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. This puts me at about 1/3 of my journey so far.
Are you seeing the size of this? I was thinking about getting 2 of these for the sake of train. Because the best pizza is pizza you eat.
Hey viewers, it's been a while. Well, not for me. For you probably, but for me, it's been like 15 minutes or something. But not to worry, we have about 50 minutes until our train leaves Chicago for Los Angeles. And I think I want to wait a little bit early. It'd be a waiting game for me, just so that I can make sure I get a good seat for the ride to Los Angeles. So without any further ado, let's go. For clarity's sake, because I feel like I might get questions about this, I'm fully vaccinated. I've been fully vaccinated since about early May, but I usually wear my mask around wherever I go. It's sort of a habit that I've formed, but more importantly, I don't know who is and who isn't requiring masks. And the bottom line is I think the best way to be safe about that is to just wear it all the time. Stretching, squatting, get the blood flow back into the legs.
For you, if you do step off the train, be back at the train at 8:30 a.m. I'd like to thank you for choosing Amtrak, ladies and gentlemen. All the doors will be open here except for in the diner and the lounge car.
So they've given us about a half an hour to pretty much do whatever we want right now. Which is totally unexpected. Okay, so they didn't tell us we could do whatever we wanted. They just said don't wander too far, because we have to be back by 8:30. So I think I'm gonna walk around. This is a city I never thought I'd be in my entire life. So why not make the most of it? Not just walk around and get the views. I did just remember, it's barely 8 o'clock in the morning, so nothing's probably gonna be open. So maybe we are just gonna walk around. It feels eerily unreal how quiet it is right now. There are a few cars going back and forth. I've said good morning to one person that wasn't from the train, and otherwise it seems like there's nobody here. But I think that's okay. Hey, if this is how I go, it's how I go.
Right? Give me your silly.
Have a good day.
When we got on the train, by happenstance, a woman from Kansas sat next to me in the observation car. She asked me a question about where we thought a stream of water led to, and it led to a long conversation following that. We started talking about things like where we came from, where we're going, who we were seeing, and what we've seen so far on the train
When I was
ride.
on the train from DC to Chicago, the conductor actually, he marched drum corps.
We
he
kept
marched
on
one
talking.
in California.
I work for radio.
And talking.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm just a secretary.
Oh, okay.
I'm not on the air. Not very often tonight.
And talking.
What would you say is like the Kansas City food? Like,
Kansas City food,
yeah, like if I were to go to Kansas City and I were to get food, like, yeah,
barbecue, or steak.
barbecue or steak. I love both of those, so that's very fortunate.
Yes.
I started to feel my anxiety about other people lifting up for the first time in a little while.
I felt it. Yeah. So he started walking right in front of me. It didn't hurt me or anything. It was kind of embarrassing.
When you're like, just a wee little lad, you're just like every day after school. Well, until I discovered the internet, right? and then I was just like going on YouTube and stuff. But
We even got to see the Boy Scouts take their leave in New Mexico.
not even done. Looks like we got a vlogger as well.
Then our stop came in Lehman, New Mexico, and it started to hit me that there are people on this journey that I will see once and never see again for the rest of my life.
It's currently 3:55. We stop, so she didn't spawn back. So now I feel a little, you know, kind of sad, but I'm happy that we had the chance to have this conversation. It's very wholesome. I hope she's doing alright.
My fear of talking to people on the train started to ease up a little bit after the Kansas woman left.
Yeah.
A woman who sat next to my coach sheet told me that she's been on this route several times before, and she led me to a nice market on our pit stop in Albuquerque where I got some normally priced dinner.
Okay, I could do wings, I could do chicken, I could do wings and chicken, I could do a whole chicken. I got options, real options. No, can't do that. Strong door season.
After I got some much-needed source of actual legitimate sustenance, we started to walk back to the train. We started to talk a little bit more.
I could have gone for a burger, I'm not gonna lie.
She even gave me a heads up of where I could get off on the route early if I needed to.
So, fried chicken from Silver Market in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
It's pretty darn good.
when I finished my food, I even got a chance to talk to some locals.
They said 1 out of every 2 people get sick on the teacups at Disney World.
See? They go, I'm like,
We wanted to talk to the chef. A Mexican guy came out. Chinese food.
yes.
But it
We had
was
several
really
conversations,
good.
even conversations that touched on the
If
hard
you paid any
topics.
big attention to COVID-19, the Navajo Nation, which is in Arizona,
They was hit hard.
yeah, they were hit hard.
That's what she was telling me. She said they didn't have access to basic needs stuff. Like basic needs. Ooh, in America, no running water. Who would think of that? Any race.
I think one of the really important things that I'm going to have to be remembering for this entire experience is the fact that I'm very fortunate. I'm fortunate in that I have something I can rely on, like drum corps, that helps guide me through my life. I'm fortunate that there are other people who also have this fortune of the drum corps community, and this fortune kind of lies from the inside as well, in my background, where I was raised, what I look like. They're generally hard topics, and they're a little taboo, but they're things that I have to remember. They really make me understand how important this all means. There isn't a whole lot that someone like me can do to help out on some of the bigger issues, but there are other smaller things that almost feel like common sense, common decency. I remember in our virtual meetings with Pacific Crest, our CEO opened up every meeting with information on the native land that Pacific Crest rehearses on. And there was something along the lines of, we benefit solely from what isn't ours, meaning the native land. And that helps put things into perspective, in that we do kind of take a lot of things for granted. So it's helping me kind of take a step back and understand everything that I have right now that might not exist for other people. So I think that means I sort of need to do my best to soak all of this in and know that to some people this doesn't really exist. I guess that's sort of my inner ramblings after the conversation that I heard earlier today. It looks like there really isn't any more light outside, so I won't really be able to do any more sightseeing or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna review a couple more videos on visual, so I'm a little bit more prepared tomorrow, and just do my best to get some sleep tonight. Hydrate a little bit more before I go to bed probably, and then make the most of tomorrow. The season starts. That's really exciting. I'm gonna be in California. Wow, I've really come a long way in 3 days. So, good night. Peace.
Right now, we're a little bit late. A lot of things happen during the night.
Of course, the situation changes and we have to adapt.
I'm missing my whole rehearsal at this point.